After a long treasure hunting journey in part 1, nothing beats spending that treasure on a bit of an alcohol, some food, a bit of a rest, and getting to know the locals, familiarizing ourselves with their local costumes, cultures, and getting to know them a little bit more. And we're going to treat our hangover with a bit of a morning walk, basking in that fresh morning air. And we're going to head to our next location, some underground exploration, which is this spot just outside the Kuttenberg gate and hidden between some bushes. We're going to head here, and from there we're going to go through this little cave and head inside the underground. Use the map that you found on the guy that was in the gallows. Again, if you have also done one of the side quests, you'll be able to get the map from that way as well. But to be honest with you, in terms of exploring and using the underground, I do not advise using it as a form of robbing and stealing from shops. Honestly, this place is a maze. Just get to these locations that I'm going to mark on the map, and that's it. Get the stuff that are unique from down here and get out. In terms of robberies and stealing, it's easier and faster to just do it from the main door outside. And I also recommend taking a screenshot of this map with these marks and just have it on your phone, because while you're exploring, keep having to load up the map, looking it up while you're exploring. It just makes exploring this maze even more annoying. So just have it ready and head to these marked locations. There you're going to find a bunch of chests with books, a vampire with a crucifix and so on it, and a bunch of different stuff that you can kind of loot and get. The only thing is, on a number 6, that is quest related, and that is to do with a guy called Powell, where you're kind of chasing him to Kuttenberg and that sort of thing. If you have triggered that part of the quest, and one of the stuff that you need to look for is dropped here. While you're in Kuttenberg, in my opinion, just stick to stealing the books and improving your skills from the scribes that are in the city. And on that note, we're going to head to this location, which is the bailiff's rat house. After you unlock the door and you're inside, just loot the place for books and other stuff while you're there. The main objective is getting a key from one of the guards, even during the day, or while you're inside, robbing it from one of them. And what you need to do is just head to the back of the building and head up these sort of set of stairs and head to the basically far end room. There you're gonna find a room that's got some books and other stuff in, but you're also gonna find a very hard lock chest. Again, inside that chest you are going to find basically a whole bunch of books, and in other rooms there will be some letters and that sort of thing that you can also loot. But just bear in mind, a lot of the doors are very hard locked doors, so if you haven't found the keys for the doors and that sort of thing, you will have to unlock them. But again, it's definitely a must do in my opinion while you're in Kuttenberg. We're going to now head towards the other scribe's place, which is actually normally a store, and we're going to just go there and unlock the main gate outside. Don't worry, after sort of like 12 p.m, both of these areas are not guarded that well, so you can easily just unlock the doors. And once you unlock the doors, just head upstairs, and the first door on your sort of like a right hand side, you're gonna find the scribbler. On his body he's gonna have a couple of keys. Just grab them and head downstairs, and downstairs again in the chest in the store you're gonna find all sorts of skill books and so on. But also, just on a side note, upstairs in the box near the scribbler, you're going to find the jester's shoe, which is unique. And also in the other room, the main scribe is going to be there as well. He's got a couple of stuff as well, so just browse basically. While we're out and about robbing and stealing, we're going to head to this location, to be specific, this house. There is a hard lock key door. We're going to open it and head inside. Then we're going to head up the stairs and find the door at the sort of a back. And from there, we're going to head inside that room, and there we're going to find Father Tobias. We're going to basically rob a crucifix off of him, which is a golden crucifix. It's worth obviously like 1,400. So that's a great value. Then we're going to jump through the window on his side and head to the sort of like a scaffolding. And there at the back, we're going to find a sack. And inside the sack, we're going to find another skill book. We're now going to head outside of Kuttenberg to this location. And there we're going to find a burned down house. And on one of the skeletons, we're going to find some decorative pins worth 150 grosh. Just around the corner from our last location, you're going to find a destroyed wagon. On that wagon, there's loads of piercing arrows. Good to loot that. But mainly, you're going to find a sack. Inside the sack, there's a ton of resources for crafting and smithing, to be specific. And also, there is a chest nearby. And inside that chest, you're going to find another sketch for another item. Now, we're going to head down the main road to the local tavern, have a drink, and head upstairs and basically approach the guy that's called Hired Hand sitting at the dice table. And we're going to rob him a couple of times because he holds a few special dices on him. After our rest at the inn, we're going to head to this location, which is a bandit camp. There are quite a few powerful bandits in there, so I would recommend heading there at night. But either way, once you kill all the bandits, just open the chest that they've got. Inside it, there's an absolute ton of gear that are really high level and worth a lot of money. So one of the best locations to loot. But you're also going to find a sketch for the unique noble sword, which is one of the most powerful one-handed swords in the game. Now we're going to head further south towards this location, just outside a collapsed mine. There we're going to find an unfortunate miner or somebody that's died on the rubble, and basically he or she is holding a little sack. Inside of it is a silver nugget. Just around the corner from that, we're going to find ourselves at a scene of a shootout, medieval style. Well, two guys have decided to just have a shootout with bows, and it's not gone well for either of them by the looks of things. They both hold, two skill books in terms of bows and crossbows and that sort of thing. So definitely great value there, as well as some other stuff. And also you're going to find a key on a table that's going to let you open the chest next to it. And inside it, you're going to find 500 groshens. Now we're going to head to this location just north of Billany, and there we're going to find a destroyed cart, and all this cargo has fallen into the river. And inside the cargo boxes and so on, you're going to find a whole lot of wine. A bit further to the north, close to Miskovitz, we're going to find this location. This is actually quest related, so you can actually get here earlier, and that will affect how the conversation in that side quest will go. But as I said, this is technically a quest reward, but you're going to find yourself a pot just sitting on the side of a cliff. You can either throw stone at it or shoot at it with an arrow, and when you do, it's 846 groschen are just going to fall into the water. On our way south, we're going to make a stop at this location called the Clock Well. And between some branches and some bushes and so on, we're going to find this little pot again. And inside that pot, you're going to find 76 groshens and a ring. While sort of traveling in this sort of area around Malashov and just generally the south of the map, on a few occasions I came across these sort of like entertainment groups and that sort of thing. and which are random encounters, obviously, at the camps and that sort of thing. But when I sort of stayed nearby and passed the time to the evening and attempted to rob them, as you can see, they seem to hold a lot of skill books and a lot of really useful items. If you do come across them, I definitely recommend doing that. Just around the corner from a quick travel point, you're going to find yourself at this location. And there, just next to like a fallen tree, you're going to find 2 sacks. Inside the sacks, there's a bunch of meat and other stuff. Again, you can take the meats to the local village and dry them so they don't go off. And there's also a bandit camp just up the hill. And again, if you kill the bandits and so on, and inside their sort of chests and so on, you're going to find a whole bunch of loot as well. Just past Malashov in this location, you're going to find a broken down castle. And in one of the corners, you're going to find this sack. And inside the sack, you're going to find a few potions, a few repair tools, and lots of hunting arrows. We're going to continue our journey north from Malashov to this location, which is sort of like a broken down castle, but it's now a bandit camp, or I should say an alchemy bandit camp. And when you kill the soldiers, and there are quite a few of them and they're quite powerful, not only they hold a lot of loot, the chests and so on that are nearby, there are quite a few of them, hold a lot of stuff as well, including some skill books and that sort of thing. Inside that little building, there's a ton of potions, which are seems to be like the strong versions as well. So as I said, there's an absolutely loads of stuff to loot here. So one of the best locations for sure to get to. And additionally, in here, you're going to find another unique bit, which is potion, which is called a strange potion. And that is going to actually give you the ability to eat raw meat. And once the new game plus comes around, that is going to be invaluable. On our way to Viska, we're going to make a stop at this destroyed village. To be fair, you're actually going to be sent to this village again due to another side quest as well. But if you head to the back of the village, one of the destroyed houses, there's like a underground passageway. You go through that passageway, you're going to find a couple of different sort of chests and that sort of thing that's got a few different things in it. But if you continue on towards the back end of one of the entries, or I should say closed entries, you're going to find a locked chest. And inside that locked chest, you're going to find some amazing gear, including a unique saddle, lots of groshens, and other stuff as well. A bit further off from the entry of the tunnel, we're going to find another location, or to be specific, a house. But we're actually not looking at the house, we're actually looking at the barn opposite it. And when you actually go inside the barn and head up the stairs, you're going to find a chest on the right hand side. We're going to go and unlock that chest, and when we do, inside it, we're going to find a few Stavia schnapps, a couple of skill books, and a recipe. And further up the barn, you're going to find a few potions. We're now going to head a little bit east from Vyoska to this specific spot. And when you get there, you're going to find this underground entry. And when you head inside, you're going to find not much really, but in the corner, you're going to find a pile of rubble, or pile of stones, I should say. And when you interact with them, inside it, there's 12 lockpicks and a potion. For the final location, we're going to head to the south of Vyoska to this location, which is a barn, and inside it, you're going to find a sack, and in that sack, you're going to find a ring, as well as loads of groshens, 12 lockpicks, and other stuff as well. Let's head back to Devil's Den for a party with our crew with all the treasures that we have found. But don't worry, I'll keep an eye open for more, and if I do, I'll update this playlist. But in the meantime, if you do enjoy this guide, please do smash that like button, and for more content, please do subscribe as well. I do cover Not just KCD, all sorts of other games as well, or I will be in future, as well as tech and anime. I also do stream on YouTube and Twitch, there with an extra Z. Would love to see you there as well. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Take care wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.
All right, men. To the task! Come on!